To our talk 365. It is second part of the talk instrument development and validation in mixed methods research. So this talk is about reporting qualitative instrument development and validation. In this video we will be discussing reporting the development and validation of instruments. Point 2 and 3 are part of the previous video 364. Then we will come to the point 4, that is qualitative instrument development. Then comes qualitative instrument validation, and in the end we will discuss concluding remarks. Of course, these concluding remarks of both types of instruments development, I mean quantitative and qualitative ones. Section 1 is about reporting the development and validation of instruments in mixed method studies or research. How we start the instrument development part in the thesis, or how we report instrument development part in the thesis. So we may start like this. Due to mixed methods nature of this study, two separate instruments were developed and validated. A structured questionnaire for the quantitative component and a semi-structured interview protocol for the qualitative component. So two components, two instruments. The development of each instrument was guided by the research objectives, grounded in conceptual framework, and informed by the established methodological procedures to ensure the rigor and credibility of the data collected. So both the instruments were as per objectives, conceptual framework and methodology. As you know that the section 2 and 3 are part of the video 364. Now we will come to this section 4, that is qualitative instrument development. Start with reporting the developing qualitative interview protocol to implement the quantitative findings and explore participants' experiences in depth. And semi-structured interview protocol was developed for the qualitative component of the study. You know, this video is connected with the previous video. In both we are discussing the instrument development and validation in the mixed methods research. So start of the sentence tells about the quantitative findings and the rest of the sentence talks about the semi-structured interview protocol. So let's come to the instrument development qualitative component. The interview protocol was designed based on research objectives, conceptual framework, ensuring the questions align with the study's key themes. So the themes which we have actually found out from previous component of the study, the quantitative one, this qualitative component actually aligns with those themes or findings. Open-ended questions were developed to elicit participants' narrative regarding their assessment planning, implementation and feedback practices, as it was the topic which we are actually discussing or reporting. Probing questions were included to encourage elaboration and uncover contextual insights. Now we come to the section 5, which is about qualitative instrument validation. Preview and pilot testing of interview protocol. The draft protocol was reviewed by two qualitative research experts who assess the clarity, appropriateness, and alignment of the questions with the research objectives. Research objective is the base for alignment of the procedure, the instruments, the analysis, even the findings and conclusions. Suggestions were made to simplify the language of some questions and to add further items for richer data collection. Subsequently, the revised protocol was piloted with 3 participants from the target population. The pilot interviews were analyzed to assess the flow of the conversation, clarity of questions, and the depth of information produced. Minor adjustments were made to improve question sequencing and add clarifying probes where needed. So, as we do with the questionnaires, the interview schedules or protocols are also pilot tested for data collection and analysis purposes. So, establishing credibility and trustworthiness. So, these validation procedures of the interview protocols, these validation procedures enhance the credibility and trustworthiness of the qualitative instrument, ensuring that it effectively captured the participants' experiences relevant to research questions or research objectives. Concluding remarks. Remember that these concluding remarks are for both quantitative component and qualitative component. So, you will see the overall conclusion. By developing and validating the questionnaire and interview protocol through rigorous systematic procedures, the study ensured that both instruments were theoretically grounded, they were supported by the theory, methodologically sound, the methodology was sound, and appropriate for use in mixed methods research design. So, they were supporting each other also. These steps enhance the reliability, validity, and trustworthiness of the data collected and the credibility of the findings of the study. So, the actually development and validation, especially the validation of the instrument, actually enhances the reliability and validity of the study. Thank you very much for being with me. See you in the next video.